Hey, hello everyone. Happy Monday to everyone. I'm Paul Apollonia. I'm going to be showing you what I sold on eBay from September 2nd, 2019 to September 8th, 2019. Been a pretty good week. I'm going to show you a selection of what I sold. This is not all of what I've sold. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I've been selling on eBay since, it feels like forever. It's 2011, but it's been much longer than that because I was just dabbling around with it back in before then. Do a lot of parting out of items, appliances, and just items in general that I basically get for free or very, very low cost. Been doing that for years. I just sort of know what to look for, what brands, what model, what make, and what to pull out of the item. The key with parting out things is you need to figure out how long it's going to take you to get the stuff to sell. You don't want to spend 3 hours to make $4. I've been down that road before too. I also do a lot of consignment, tons of consignment. Probably 60% of my business is consignment. Consignment is not for everyone. Takes a while to figure it out. Get good people, get good referrals. The whole key with the consignment is to get people that know the value of their item, the market value of their item. Not people that think grandpa's ashtray is worth $1 million when it's worth $2. I also do a lot of training, a lot of eBay training in local community colleges, even across the state of North Carolina. And I do training through lifelong learning. And I also have a big eBay event, 14th and 15th. This weekend coming up, please come to that. It's in Raleigh. Great event. I'll talk about that more at the end. I want to get showing you these items. I'm going to try and go through this pretty quick because I want to respect your time. I'm trying to get these videos to be shorter. I'm not doing a good job of it. So let's get going here. This is my YouTube channel. I'm sorry. Please subscribe to it and like the video if it helps you out. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and all sorts of other stuff on what I sold. And why didn't that work? Okay, here we go. Item number one, found a Hoover carpet cleaner in the trash up the street from me a couple of months ago. Really didn't make too much money off of this so far. That's about what I've made so far from it. $11.99 plus shipping. This was a bag attached to it. There was one piece missing. I stated that in the listing. Very quickly, I'll go over my listings, what I do. Very basic with a title. I worry about what's searchable. I don't worry about grammar. I don't use special characters. And when I have something that there's something wrong with the item or something's missing or there's an issue with the item, I always have a please read at the end of the title. So let's look at, and I always use the condition description. I always use that. So let's look at that real quick. We'll go down here and it says, what you see is what you get. Bag, hose, and one attachment. There are more attachments supposed to be in the bag, but they're not there. I basically use this same description and copy it down into the item description. Keep everything short and sweet. 80% of the sales are done on mobile devices. People don't have time to read about grandpa had this vacuum cleaner and it was his favorite. If you want to put that stuff down, put it towards the end. I try and price my stuff highest, if not a little bit higher, all depends. And I look and see if the items sold are free or paid shipping. I prefer paid shipping, but I will do free shipping if majority of them are sold like that. I also look and see if it's a buy it now or what they call fixed price or auction. I prefer buy it nows, but I do auctions every once in a while. 80% of the sales on eBay are done through buy it now or fixed price. Very quickly, I try and use all the item specifics. eBay and Google love these item specifics. And remember, when you're using these and you click on that down arrow and there's a pull down menu, you want to use one of those if you can. Millions of people have searched on those words. That's why they are there. Let's quickly, and I'm not going to do this with every listing. Let's quickly go look at the shipping. And I'll tell you what I do with shipping. What this is here, this means I'm using global shipping program through eBay. Basically, I ship it to Kentucky eBay site, and they handle it from there. If it's going international, I like global shipping. A lot of people don't. Knock on wood. I haven't had any problems with anything once it got past United States. So how it works is you ship it to Kentucky. You got to ship it properly. You can't just throw it in a box. It has to be packed properly. goes from there. Once it hits Kentucky and they get it, they send you a message saying, we got your item. And then they ship it out and they say, we're shipping your item out. And then once it reaches your destination, wherever, I've sold to Russia, I've sold all over the world with this. It says your customer got your item and you're out of the picture. If it breaks, whatever gets lost, eBay eats it. Now, I've heard nightmare stories where eBay does not do that, but I have not had that problem. There are many options you can pick for shipping. I usually pick economy shipping. I should have two options. I should have economy and a priority shipping. I keep on forgetting to do the priority shipping. I don't know why. Being honest with you, I'm an open book. I don't know why I keep on forgetting to do it. But what economy shipping does is that gives me the use of all the shipping options on eBay. If I were to pick post office priority, technically I couldn't ship anything other than post office priority. By using economy, I can use any of the options. FedEx Smart Post, which is a collaboration between post office and FedEx. Quickly, you can drop it off at FedEx, and FedEx will take it to the closest FedEx office to your buyer. Then the post office takes it, or you can take it to the post office. And I heard the post office, it goes by turtle or snail and gets your location that way. But regular FedEx, is different. I can ship priority, flat rate, whatever they call it, AB boxes, whatever. It gives me the option to do everything. I do a 30-day money-back guarantee on returns. Knock on wood, I don't have too many returns. Just be aware of that. So that is one listing. I probably made not much, maybe $12, maybe $11 on this item. But hey, I got it for free. I threw it in the car. It was around the corner. I was driving by. I went, what's that? And I just threw the whole thing in the car. So, $11 for 5 minutes worth of work is fine with me. Most of my sales range between 10 and 35. I do have some gems, and I did sell 2 gems last week. I can't wait to show you. Fan blades, I saw a lot of these. I've told you before, if you're watching it before, real quick, I get these at a thrift store, not too far away from me. I get gas next door to the thrift store. I walk across the street, and they've got tons of free items and shopping carts. And most of the time, there's these fan blades. I don't make a fortune off of these. I average about $14 a sale, free. I picked them up. I measure them. Very quickly with these fan blades, you will notice other sellers have the same thing. They create a template as a last photo, and they have their measurements here, B, A, different measurements on the fan blades. So these, like I said, I made $14 on these. I'm real anal with the measurements. I have it in the specifics. I created one for that. I have it down in the listing, center to center. And I've only had one problem with one set of fan blades. I sold, and the lady goes, hey, don't worry about it. It's my fault. I should have read it closer. I didn't. Have a good day. So she just kept them. Dishwasher racks. So let me make this a little bit smaller so you don't have to see that big on my ugly mug. I do really well with dishwasher racks. Bosch dishwashers do really well. Certain models don't. You got to watch what you're getting, but I just grab any dishwasher I can get for free. Didn't make a ton of money on this. Probably made about $19, maybe $16. I can't remember exactly. Somewhere in that ballpark. How I ship these is I just wrap I cut a big heavy duty box, lay this on top, fold it over, tape it, tons of tape. And rarely do any of these break. I haven't had any problem with anything breaking. The only thing you need to be aware of is model number, the part numbers, and there's nothing you can do about that. Sometimes the physical dishwasher rack changes a little bit, might have a bulge out here or something. Just be aware of that, and I should really put that in my listing, and I forgot. I normally don't do free shipping on these, but everybody else is doing free shipping, so I did it. I got it for nothing. It took me 2 seconds to take it out. Just slide it out, take pictures, and you're done. I did the best with the white background. Here's one of the gems. This was a consignment deal. I get 40% of this. I did not sell it for $424. I sold it for $350, these wheels. Boy, it took me a while to sell these. I had them on eBay. I put them on Facebook. I had offers. I had best offer, and I had them high at first. I had them like at $550, and I had people offering me $200, wanting me to ship them. I'm like, I can't ship them for $200. So I had a gentleman in South Carolina, which is really cool, And I changed it and I said local pickup. But I also added in there, I'll be glad to ship them as long as you pay for them. Guy offered me $350. I was like, ugh, I really want to make more on that, but I don't even know what the client's going to feel on that, but they're gone and whatever. I've had them for months and months and months, and I just can't be spending time on stuff like this. So I sold them for $350. So he'll probably get $140, I guess, out of it or whatever. I'll have to look at what the fees are and what his cut is. $130, and I'll get the rest. And then the gentleman asked me if I could drop them off at UPS. I went, sure, as long as you're paying for it. Then he went, wait, I got a better idea, FedEx. So these ended up going down to South Carolina for $83 total. Very easy to ship. They were all in the original boxes. He got them. He is thrilled. I would show you the feedback, but I forgot to bring it up. Basically says, wonderful eBay seller, pleasure to deal with, best eBayer in the world. And this guy's got like 4,000 feedbacks, way more than I do. So I felt good about that one. But there is money in consignment. You just need to be careful of what you're taking on. And you got to understand, people sometimes want a lot of money for their items that are worth nothing. This guy said, just get what you want for them. I tried to get the most I could. I'm happy with $350. Dishwasher control boards, they do really well. I don't test these. If I get a dishwasher in and on Craigslist it says, oh, it's leaking, oh, something else is busted, I assume that the control board is good. I did have to refund somebody on a Bosch control board that was an $89 control board. I don't get upset with returns. I just refund the person and move on. It used to destroy my whole day with returns. Let me show you what you look for on these. I know I've mentioned it before, but I want to mention it again. Excuse me. These capacitors. See how nice and clean that is? There's no breaks. Not puffed up. Not puffed up. Not puffed up. Not puffed up. Very important that you show that, because these capacitors will do that over time. Let's see if we have any more pictures of that. There's some more, and they all look good. He got it last week. I haven't heard any complaints about it. But again, I don't mess with this stuff. If it's bad, I just refund them and move on and say, just keep the item. Did pretty good on this. Got it for free. Took me about 20 minutes to get it out as I was getting other parts out. So I did really well. Probably made about $39 on this. Went first class. Christmas sells all year round. Oh, these houses, I took these on as a consignment deal last year. Sort of a mistake. We both thought, myself and the person I was doing consigning for, both thought they were going to be worth a lot of money. But they're not. So I'm averaging about $20, $24, $30 a piece for these houses. I should have really made this a second picture, because the first picture, what I do is I have the light plugged in the back so people can see. Rudolph and everything all lit up. All the windows. So just make sure you take good pictures. These are not the greatest. Actually, I think they're pretty good. That's a dollar store board on the bottom. Here, I'll show you. That's a dollar store board on the bottom, and that's one of those project dollar store boards that are trifold on the top. And I use dollar store lamps. I did a video on the dollar store lamps, LED desk lamps. And that's all I use for my photos. I take a lot of my photos outside because I'm just taking pictures of parts. But did pretty good. She told me just to keep this stuff, but I'll give her a cut once I sell a whole bunch of them. So I did pretty good on this. Shipping was at $11.50, I think. So I did pretty good on this. Even if I make half on that, that's fine. It's out of here. It's gone. It's money in my pocket. Lawnmower parts. This is the blower housing top. As you can tell, you see the line from the cord up there where your cord goes through. Just take these here. Just take these two bolts off, two screws, Phillips screws, and this thing lifts right off. Thread your rope around there, and these sell pretty good. They're going to be long tail sales, which means they can be in your store or on an eBay listing for a very long time. But they do sell. I forgot I had a whole bunch more of these in a box when I went to pull this out. And the season is just about over, so that is my fault. Always keep track of your inventory. Probably made $11, $12 on this. Went out first class. I wrapped it in white plastic. First, I used a little bubble wrap that I had laying around, and I wrapped it in white plastic, and it went out, I think, priority. for way under $9. I think I went up for $7.10. So, same style listing I do. I don't really change too much. 3 more items left, a very low end sale. This is from a huge consignment deal I did 2 years ago from a guy that had a bunch of Nintendo games, cubes, game units, whatever you call them, Xbox units. So we sold all those off, and now he said, don't worry about the rest of the stuff, just keep it, just give me my cut. I gave him his cut. He said, fine. This went locally. Didn't make a whole lot of money on this. Probably made about $7 on this, maybe $6, but it was fine. Just drop it in a padded envelope, and it was gone. So I'll take that sale every day. Quick sales like that, low dollar, I have no problem with it. Do a lot of parting out of vacuum cleaners. Very, very important to look up all the parts that on the vacuum cleaner before you start parting it out. I actually didn't throw it away, but I discarded this body in the garage for a while, months, and I looked it up the other day and went, oh my gosh, I can sell this thing. I forgot all about it. And I sold it within 3 days. I don't even know where it went to. Went FedEx. I actually made a box for it. I just started rolling it in cardboard and made sort of a roundish box and then folded the ends up, and it went out. Made probably $22 on this, which wasn't bad. It took me all of maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes to make the box. So always look up the parts and don't discount parts like you're thinking that's too big to ship. This was 4 pounds to ship. 32 by 12 by 12 was the length of the box. So there you go. Always make sure that you look up stuff. Last item, and this is the best item I've sold in a long, long time. It's a consignment item, and I've got a deal with this friend of mine that I do consignment with. I've done a lot of stuff for him through his estate for his house. 50-50 split. So I made $89 on this. Yes, $168.9 for a large grate. Don't pass these things up when you see them. I see these things laying around sometimes in people's backyards. Are you going to use that? Do you want that? And I grab it. I couldn't believe it. I priced it high because all the other ones were high. And what I did was I got a big heavy-duty box from Lowe's or Home Depot, cut it open, and just folded it over this thing. There's no need to pack this thing with packing peanuts or whatever because it ain't going to break. It's pretty heavy. It's about 30 pounds, 29 pounds. And so I just sent it out today, went FedEx, saved a lot of money on shipping using FedEx. It only cost me $27. And no, I'm sorry, I don't refund the buyer for the difference in shipping. That's on me. I gain some money on shipping. I lose some money on shipping. So, but that was an incredible sale. I was thrilled with that. I sold that Saturday, and I tried my best to take the best pictures I could. Top, bottom, back. Back. And I measured everything really, really good. As you can see, I've got the measurements here in the descriptions. Outside, inside, bolt hole measurements and everything. Well, believe it or not, that is my last listing for this week. I tried to make this short like I promised. So let me tell you what's going on this weekend, 14th and 15th. All that information will be down below. We're having an eBay event Saturday from 9 to 4. Brian Burke from eBay will be in. Sorry for all these things. I meant to turn my email off. Brian Burke from eBay will be in. Dana Crawford and Will, who is the CEO of WorthPoint, will be in. We'll be doing seminars from 9 to 4. You're going to be getting a lot of value. This is free. Free. I'm going to be supplying some coffee and some breakfast items. And I think they're going to be supplying lunch. I'm not quite sure. I'd bring something to eat just in case. Sunday, we're doing a treasure hunt down at the Raleigh Flea Market, State Fairgrounds Flea Market. This is where, if you've never done a treasure hunt, I recommend you do them with a bunch of your friends. WorthPoint will be there. We're going to go over WorthPoint, how to use it on the app. They're going to sponsor it, so you're going to hear a lot about WorthPoint, but they're sponsoring it. That's going on from 9 to 2 down at the flea market. All the information will be down below. We're going to go around. You're going to go, I wonder if this mouse, hey, Pete, will this mouse sell on eBay? And they'll go, yeah, I never really had any luck. And so I go, oh, wait a minute, I think I sold one of those. What I did was I took pictures this way. I took pictures that way. I priced it that way. So you'll get a lot of great information. I do treasure hunting with my meetup group every once in a while. We haven't done one in about 2 years. We need to do that again. But again, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you now.